gonna be a black color.
All right, here's the deal, man. I pulled your car over because it matches the suspect. Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Hey, get over here!
I think God had his hand on us that day. There was certainly some divine intervention.
I got him. Get on the ground.
In the early hours of March 29th, 2019, a young woman's life was taken in a crime that shocked the United States and forever changed how people think about rideshare safety. The murder of Samantha Josephson was sudden, brutal, and deeply unsettling. Not only because of what happened, but because of how easily it could have happened to anyone. This is the story of Samantha Josephson, the night she was killed, and the legacy that followed. Samantha Josephson, known as Sammy to her family and friends, was 21 years old at the time of her death. She was a senior at the University of South Carolina in Columbia, majoring in political science, with plans to attend law school after graduation. Friends described Samantha as smart, caring, and responsible. She was someone who looked out for others and encouraged her friends to make safe choices. She loved her family deeply and had a close relationship with her parents and younger sister. Samantha had her whole future ahead of her. But on one ordinary night, that future was taken from her. On March 28, 2019, Samantha went out with friends to the 5 Points area near campus, a popular nightlife district filled with bars and clubs. It was a typical college evening, nothing out of the ordinary. As the night came to an end in the early hours of March 29th, Samantha decided to head home. She was tired and wanted to get back to her apartment safely. Like many students, she chose to use a rideshare service rather than walk or get into a car with someone she didn't know. Samantha requested an Uber on her phone. In the crowded streets of 5 Points, cars were constantly pulling up and stopping. Rideshare vehicles, taxis, and private cars all blended together. In that confusion, a black Chevrolet Impala stopped nearby. Believing it was her Uber, Samantha got into the car. The driver of the vehicle was Nathaniel David Rowland, a 24-year-old man who was not a rideshare driver. He had no connection to Uber or Lyft. Rowland had been driving around the area deliberately, looking for a victim. His car had been modified. Child safety locks were engaged on the rear doors, preventing passengers from escaping once inside. Inside the vehicle, Samantha quickly realized something was wrong. She attempted to open the doors, but they would not unlock. She texted her boyfriend, telling him she was in a car that she believed was not her Uber. That message would be her last. What followed was a violent struggle. Samantha fought back, leaving defensive wounds and evidence of her resistance. Despite her efforts, Rowland overpowered her. She was stabbed more than 100 times in a brutal attack that stunned investigators. Later that afternoon, Samantha's body was discovered in a wooded area in Clarendon County, approximately 65 miles from Columbia. The scene showed signs of extreme violence. Law enforcement immediately began tracing her last known movements. Surveillance footage captured Samantha entering Rowland's vehicle. Traffic cameras tracked the car leaving the city. Rowland was identified quickly and stopped by police later that day.
It's gonna be a black color.
All right, here's the deal, man. I pulled your car over because it matches the suspect. Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Hey, get over here!
I think God had his hand on us that day. There was certainly some divine intervention.
I got him. Get on the ground.
Inside his vehicle, investigators found blood, cleaning supplies, and evidence directly linking him to the crime. He was arrested and charged with kidnapping and murder. News of Samantha's murder spread rapidly. The University of South Carolina campus was shaken. Students gathered for vigils, holding candles and photos of Samantha, struggling to process how such a crime could happen so close to home. Parents across the country felt a deep sense of fear. Samantha had done what many people consider the safe choice, using a rideshare to get home. Her death raised disturbing questions about trust, safety, and vulnerability. Nathaniel Rowland's trial began in July 2021. Prosecutors laid out a clear case of premeditation, emphasizing the modifications to the car, the items found inside, and the violence of the attack. They described Samantha's attempts to escape and her fight for survival. The defense argued mental illness, but the prosecution maintained that Rowland understood his actions and deliberately carried out the crime. The jury found Nathaniel Rowland guilty of murder and kidnapping. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. While the verdict brought accountability, it could never undo the loss. In the aftermath of Samantha's death, her parents made a powerful decision. Rather than retreat into grief, they chose to advocate for change. They worked with lawmakers to improve rideshare safety and prevent similar tragedies. Their efforts led to the creation of Sammy's Law. Sammy's Law requires rideshare vehicles to display illuminated signs, making it easier for passengers to identify the correct car, especially in crowded areas at night. The law passed unanimously in South Carolina and helped influence broader safety reforms nationwide. Rideshare companies also introduced new features, including PIN verification, emergency buttons, and ride monitoring alerts. Samantha Josephson's life was taken in an act of senseless violence, but her story did not end there. Her name became a symbol of awareness and change. Students are taught to verify rides. Parents talk openly with their children about safety. Rideshare identification standards are clearer than ever before. Samantha's legacy lives on in every illuminated sign, every double-checked license plate, and every life potentially saved because of her story. The murder of Samantha Josephson is a tragic reminder that danger can exist even in familiar situations. It shows how quickly trust can be exploited and how important awareness truly is. Samantha was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a young woman with dreams of making a difference in the world. Though her life was cut short, her impact continues. And in remembering Samantha Josephson, we remember not only how she died, but why her story still matters. If you like our content and want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button below.